Dear members, dear affiliates, dear friends, only half a year until the upcoming EU elections, which take place in June 2024. It is time we make our voices and demands for the new term heard already now, and this is why the Presidium adopted our CESI EU elections manifesto a couple of days ago. What are our demands ahead of the elections as European independent trade unions? Above all, I think we must stress the urgency for the EU to be able to defend itself. From what we can assess today, it is likely that for the foreseeable future, it will remain an overarching necessity for the EU to ensure its military security. Because without it, and economic and social security are not possible. And without it, our freedom and our democracies do not count. In employment, economic and social policies, we have four major demands. First, the EU must further build social dialogue that is really inclusive, and it must foster trade unionism that is truly pluralistic. It must ensure a level playing field for all representative trade union organizations at EU level as recognized social partners, and goes without saying that this applies to CESI. This will above all require a self-confident European Commission that will, as funder and financier of the European social dialogue, set non-discriminatory support measures for all EU social partner organizations. Secondly, the EU must further build the EU acquis in employment and social policy. This ranges from necessary revisions of the EU precarious work directives and public procurement rules to necessary new directives, for instance in the field of digitalisation at work and quality traineeship. There's a lot of legislative work to do still at EU level to step up employment and working conditions across Europe. Third main demand, the EU must build a strong public sector agenda for Europe. CESI represents many public sector workers, and the EU should encourage member states to build, maintain, and strengthen an agenda for performing public services. In particular, rules for the European economic governance framework must be adjusted to meet investment needs while safeguarding sustainable public finance. Finally, additional specific support measures are needed for different sections of the public services. We think of, for instance, the area of education. There, the EU must strive to improve the employment and working conditions of teachers. In many member states, we know education is the future of us all. And in the area of healthcare services, the EU should strive to implement patient-to-staff ratios so to ensure a high-quality health in the European Union. And in the area of defense, the EU security policy tools must incorporate also a social dimension and the voice of military staff representatives in their governments. In June 2024, we as CESI called for strong pro-European backing from all citizens in the EU, for an EU that will have a strong mandate to solve our common challenges during the next 5 years, because, as we know, many of those challenges cannot only be met by member states alone. Go vote, do us the favor, and see you in 2024.